Hey everybody, it's Craig.
And KJ.
And this is Truly Remarkable Life. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't been here before, thank you for coming and watching our videos. We live in Ajijic, Mexico. We sold everything 2 years ago and moved abroad. So check out our playlists and thanks for coming along on the journey. Let's get started.
Okay, so we literally just got back from a 6-week odyssey in the U.S.
And we are tired.
Actually, I'm energized. I feel really good. I feel really good.
KJ's like, woohoo, I'm back. I'm
like ready to go.
I'm like, I need to sleep for 2 days. But anyway, I think the first thing we'll do is we'll fill you in. So we've been traveling for 6 weeks and we had grand plans of we're going to be able to do videos from afar and
we're going to visit this person and family and that person and do this and blah, 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 blah. And
we had it nailed down, baby. We had it nailed down. Yeah. Best laid plans.
Yeah. It's okay. We actually got a lot accomplished.
We did. There's been a couple of videos that we did while we were traveling, but they were kind of not explaining what was happening. So we went back to the United States to visit our family. We had to go to my family in St. Louis, his family in Texas. He had a little bit of a business type trip that he had to venture off to.
So for a lot of y'all who know who know us and subscribe to our channel and everything, you know that I think in the beginning of February I took a job and was working with someone I'd worked with before, and after several months of doing that, we kind of just came to the conclusion that that wasn't working out the way we intended and that some other things need to happen, and really it was best for us just to kind of part ways. So we decided to do that, and that's fine. So I can now focus 100% on Truly Remarkable Life again, and
he's back.
I can do Craig's laundry. He used to walk in the closet and go, "There's a laundry fairy here. My clothes just get done and hung up." And I'm like, "It's me. It's me."
That used to happen to him a long time ago, and then it
yes.
I don't feel too bad. But anyway, so that all changed. That all happened while we were away. Big changes in our plans. I think it's actually a good situation.
Yeah.
The work was really kind of as a favor to a friend who was needing some help.
It was also a favor.
And for us. It was going to benefit us.
Yeah.
And it was, we want to go a different direction, both of us, and it just kind of fell out that way. So,
it's all good. That's kind of the way it went. So anyways, enough about that.
We flew to Texas. KJ had to fly off for his little business meeting to kind of assess where things were, and then I drove up to St. Louis. And you probably saw on my drive up there the Uranus video. How much fun was that?
That was a blast, and the fudge from Uranus is amazing.
It is. Try to find out what we're talking about. Go back to our previous
and videos. Watch that video. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Very unique place, but the drive up there was really, really nice for me. I like my alone time, and just driving, listening to music, audiobooks, whatever was great. And but I got up to St. Louis and was able to visit my friends. He joined us there, flew back up from his business trip.
And we were staying with Chris and Dawn. For those of you who are subscribers to our channel, you know Chris and Dawn from our previous videos, and that's his brother and sister-in-law, my brother and sister-in-law too. So we had a wonderful time.
They should have a channel of their own. They're just so much fun. But we were able to stay there and visit with them, and one of the things that we found pretty interesting was the cicada.
The cicada apocalypse. Oh my gosh.
It was craziness. We were
there
right as they came out.
They started coming out, and by the time we were getting ready to leave, there was one time where we were sitting outside with Dawn, and she has a smartwatch, and it literally said the ambient sound is over 80 decibels. This can cause permanent hearing loss.
Yeah. And it was pretty loud, and they were flying all over, and they'd get on you, and you'd have to check each other before you went in the house.
Yeah, that was fun, though.
KJ carried one in the house when they was and started screaming. But it was funny, and that was kind of an experience. But we also got to see the Northern Lights while we were there.
That was amazing.
And I know a lot of you did, but that was a really great experience. We were all sitting around outside, kind of not expecting it.
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law just kind of hollered, "Oh my gosh, look at the sky!"
I know I put a lot of the Northern Light pictures, or some of the Northern Light pictures, on our Buy Me a Taco site.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go there and check them out if you're a member. So go check those out.
One thing, we are back in the land of the heat. I've got my sweat rag ready. The really nice part about being up there, though, is it was cool in the beginning.
Yeah.
And we brought the rains and we brought the heat, and it kicked in right as we were there. So, but we did have air conditioning, so it wasn't a total loss. But we got to do a lot of things, seeing people,
seeing friends. Yes.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Liz. Hi, Ed.
Hi, Sam. Hi, Keith.
Hi, Sam. Hi, Keith. We got to see a lot of folks. Sorry if I forgot somebody.
Yeah.
And then visit with family. Grant and Angie, my adopted brother and his wife,
who are full-time RVers.
Yes.
They're a blast.
Yes.
So we got up there and we, visiting with family and everything, and some things happened, and we ended up extending our stay for a week in St. Louis because Craig's parents had a fall.
Yeah. Actually, both of my parents fell. My dad was minor. My mom fell and really hit her head and ended up in the emergency room. And we wanted to make sure she was okay. It also coincided with their anniversary, their 59th wedding anniversary. So we stayed so that the whole family, my nephew, niece, their spouses,
the whole immediate
family could go up, spend some time with them, also assess, make sure they're okay. And
get together for their anniversary.
Yeah, be there for their anniversary.
Yeah.
And so we extended that to make sure we could get there to do that. And then
we got in the car and
we headed back down to Texas.
And it was wonderful. I drove the majority of the way. But we left St. Louis and everything, and because Craig got to do it, and I was a little bit jealous about it, I got to go poke around in Uranus. So
we had to stop and let him.
Yeah. So and that was fun, and of course got T-shirt and hat.
And anytime, and now I'm going to just tease, but anytime we go to some place like that, KJ's always like, be careful, be mindful of money. We need to, just make sure we're. And then I'll buy one little token of something, at the little shop, and I'll leave. And then we go up there and we come back through, and KJ's like $163.
I'm like Animal from the Muppets.
He's like, and I want one of these, and I want one of these, and I want one of these. It's a great little shop. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. They have it's tongue in cheek and kind of fun, and
it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
But we also, we did stop halfway. I stopped halfway on the way up because it was just me driving. With him driving, we didn't have to. We traded off.
Yeah.
So we went straight through.
And we took a nice. We packed a picnic lunch before we left St. Louis. We have a nice little soft-sided cooler we carry in the car, and so we packed some food and drinks and stuff. And we stopped halfway and found a picnic table and had a nice little lunch and everything, and then back on the road. Yep. And we just kind of took our time and just drove from St. Louis to Dallas. It was nice. Yeah, it was really a good trip. And we listened to an audiobook.
We did. Okay, so I don't usually do this, but I'm going to recommend it. You may or may not like it. But we listened to Rebel Wilson's new book, Rebel Rising.
Rebel, if you're listening, I love you. I love you. Oh my God, I love you, Rebel.
Oh my God. Yeah,
your book is amazing and inspiring.
It really is. She's got more of a story than you might think, and it's a interesting listen because on the audiobook she reads it herself, so you get her humor, her take on the whole thing, and it was really nice. And we loved the book.
And for those of you here local in Ahiheek who attend my trivia events, Pride Trivia, pay attention, Rebel Wilson.
Yeah, little tip.
Ooh,
see, you should watch our channel.
Little Easter eggs, little Easter eggs everywhere.
But that's a side note because we got down to Texas, and then of course the onslaught of visiting came back.
Yeah.
So we had KJ's family to visit, and we had friends of his there that we were visiting, which is wonderful. And
oh my God, it was amazing to see everybody. Brian, Cassie, Tamara, the whole crew. It was wonderful. But the main point in going up there for this whole trip to begin with was, most of y'all know my grandmother passed in November, and she had a lot of stuff, and My mom had always asked, had for several years asked us, once she's gone, will you guys help me go through a lot of this stuff? And so we were up there to do that, and we got her garage cleaned out and went through so much stuff.
Multiple days of garage sales.
Multiple days of garage sales and taking stuff to donation centers and all that kind of stuff. So we got a lot of that cleaned up for her.
Oh yeah, which she was very relieved.
Yes,
and we're relieved because we know we know how that is to have all that kind of looming over you, and it made her feel a lot better.
Yeah,
it made us feel a lot better too because that's something that's off both of our checklists. So.
Yes, and we got you guys. If y'all haven't seen the unboxing video, merch. We got tons of merch. I needed new clothes, so I just kind of leaned in. I'm like, okay, I actually like the quality of the shirts and
really good.
And everything, and so. Yeah, I got a new wardrobe, and a lot of it's truly remarkable life merch.
Well, and keep in mind, and sorry we're throwing this in as a little plug in the middle of it. We're trying to tell you the story, but this is part of our story. And we actually changed merch providers about a few months ago, and you'll see the store tab in our YouTube channel now. And
the quality is so much better than what Amazon was giving us.
We changed because it made it easier for people who do want it. And it was also a better quality. And now we've been able to sample a lot of those things. We were able to order them, and the quality of the clothing is so much better. The quality of we have water bottles that we bought, which you'll see in our videos.
Those water bottles are
Love
amazing.
them. They're so great.
Yeah.
The coffee mugs are good quality. Everything's just wonderful quality.
Yeah.
And so we're really happy about that because we don't like to, we have merch because people have asked us for it. We like to do that. It helps us out. It helps you out.
It's just fun.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
And
so whenever you guys see whenever y'all see future videos and you see me always wearing like truly remarkable life gear, it's literally because I upgraded my wardrobe, which needed to happen, and I just decided to buy a whole bunch of our merch.
Exactly.
So,
you can tell about maybe visiting with friends, and I'm going to check the camera real quick.
So, visiting with friends in Texas was absolutely phenomenal. We usually do that whenever we go to Texas. My old high school friends, they'll all like organize something, dinner or whatever, and so that happened, and then it just kept going. Like that night was, we were having a great time, and then it was like, ooh, well, let's all do this, in a few more nights, and so we decided to do that, and then a couple of people were like, let's go to a place called Meow Cat, and so
Meow Wolf,
sorry, Meow Wolf, and so we did that, and then it became it was like the crowd just kept getting smaller and smaller, and then
whoever could go,
and then our friend, my very good friend Tamara. Which her and her husband are coming up here in October for Dia de
You'll get to meet them.
You guys will get to meet them. You've seen them in some video clips, but
yeah.
So they're coming up and everything. But Tamara is a licensed massage therapist, but she does not just massage therapy. She does a lot of energy work. And let me tell you what, she reset my chakras and got rid of my negative energy or whatever was in there. And I walked out of there and I have been energized.
In a great mood, yeah.
I have felt different, and so
and as have I. I felt very. For me, it was like I felt very at peace. I slept better than I've slept in years, but I wanted to do nothing but sleep and get that rest. And
I felt like me.
He's energized and ready to go.
I felt like me. I feel like I'm 30.
That's wonderful.
It's amazing.
So we came back to Ajijic yesterday. So that was kind of a interesting thing. We got a thing from the airline that said, hey, if you want to change your flight, we have an overbooked flight. You can change to this day or this day. And we decided to take it because it was, you got a little bit of credit and, back towards future flights. And it just seemed like the right thing to do. So
and it was only heading out
early.
Yeah, a day early, yeah.
And so we headed out Friday, which gave us another day to rest and get ourselves together because, you should have seen us trying to drag all of those suitcases back through customs and on the airline and all this stuff. Because we went with an extra suitcase, but one of the things we do while we're in the States is we're larger people. It's hard to buy clothes.
Yeah.
So not only did KJ stock up on souvenirs from Uranus, and our own merch, but I
needed new shoes.
We had new clothes. Shoes.
We had to get supplements. There are some supplements that we take that our doctor here in Mexico recommends that we get in the U.S. because they have some consolidated supplements, whereas here you'd have to get all the different components.
Yeah, and so we had bottles, 6 months supply of those.
Yeah.
So in some cases a year, and then just, bringing things back for folks and stuff like that. So we've not only filled every suitcase we had, but they were all expanded to the fullest level.
But only one was overweight.
Yes, only one was overweight. We did have to pay a fee, but it was cheaper than having another suitcase. So it was funny. Maybe if I can send maybe I have some videos, but if not, you'll see it in future things. So that's one of the things you're going to see in the future videos. This is just to catch everybody up. I have so much footage of our trip. I want to show you what it was like to be back up there. We want to talk about what it felt like, what our experience was like. We did one with the surprises that we experienced, but we've had many more epiphany aha moments in the last couple weeks. So
yeah, there's some really good and interesting stuff coming. I'm like going on. Not just me. There's a brand new business venture coming that we're doing. I'm going to be heading that up, and stay tuned. You'll see a lot of video content coming out on that.
This trip was interesting because it was like a reset for us. We did it at this time to get away from the heat, and we're glad we did. But we also did it to just make sure we visited family, visited friends, but it was also a little bit of a reset, and it really did put some things in perspective. It kind of adjusted. Okay, that job is not supposed to be here, so we're going to let that go. We need to refocus on certain things with our channel. We need to upgrade some things. We need to let some things go.
We needed to spend some really good quality time with certain people in our lives up there, and strengthen those relationships and build those. And it was fantastic.
It was good.
It was a very good.
It was a good reset, a good mental taking stock of things. And maybe you'll see some of that in the future videos.
But it was also very good to get home.
Oh my, yes.
Hit the ground running.
Hallelujah.
Craig,
Hallelujah.
I'm sure Craig is like going, oh my gosh, he was up at 6 a.m. drinking his coffee and ended up with a whole to-do list on his phone.
Yeah.
And I have, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, so I'm excited to get back to it as well, get back to my routine, my life. While we miss everybody, we do love our life here in Ahiji.
And we love it. We love all of our friends here, and we've missed everyone. Yes. So we're back. We'll be making the circuits, making the rounds.
There are some Pride things coming up.
Yes.
Happy Pride, by the way.
Everyone. Yes, it's June. It's Pride. Happy Pride.
We're going to be doing some videos on that. We have a really cool event coming up that we're working with. On the trivia night.
Well, Hudo's actually doing an entire weekend of stuff.
Yeah.
So that weekend, and I know there's more things planned, but yeah, if you're in town, the weekend of June the 28th, which happens to be the 55th anniversary of the start of the Stonewall riots, Stonewall Uprising, whatever you want to call it. And that weekend is kicking off with a super mega really cool trivia event.
Yay! So that's going to be a lot of fun, and then we've got some ideas for videos, and I've got all this footage to put out, so you'll be seeing some of that come out as well. We might not stick to the schedule. I might have to throw it out there whenever it gets done.
Yeah,
but
it's going to be a fun month.
That's one of the things we've let go of, just being too rigid. So we're going to just do what feels right, and we're going to continue to go find our truly remarkable life, and you should too.
Yes.
So thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch up in a little while.
And happy Pride!
Happy Pride, everybody.
Bye.